Nation Friday night live stream. And we have a lot to talk about. I dropped a video earlier today. Short-term rental problems tonight. Stock market and asset buying opportunities. The world is an oyster at the moment. Why? Because of indecision, because of the markets going up, down, sideways. Nobody really knows what's going to happen, but I'm sure you guys do because we have investors here. We have a lot of people here in the house on the SSN Nation live streams that knows what's going on because they're paying attention. They know that this is going to be the last time that building wealth will be a little easier because after 3 years from now, building wealth is going to be a lot harder if you're not already in the upper middle class. So keep that in mind. We'll get to this show and welcome. Stop struggling now, gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, I want to thank you so much for being here. And please share the videos because you never know who needs this information. Tonight, Airbnb short-term rental. But let me see who's in the house first of all. We have Yahweh J, an investor in the Punta Cana, Dominican Republic area, Macau as well, which is also in the Punta Cana, Dominican Republic area. No credit check, no qualifying, no barriers to entry, pre-construction real estate. And welcome to the SSN Nation Friday night live stream. And he has that icon next to his name, which I humbly appreciate as he's a member of the channel with that icon. And he brings his tagline this evening. Hello, SSN Nation. Happy Friday, everyone. Received notifications, saw the trailer, and smashed the like button. The trifecta from Yahweh J. I appreciate that. With this YouTube mess they got going on out here, you guys have to understand this information is actually what you need. This is what we do. This isn't some book we read. This isn't some Google we were doing. We actually do this out here. There's a big difference because there's a nuance with everything. It's not just a straight line. There has to be nuance to when you are investing. You just don't say, hey, we're going to make 10% or we're going to make 25%. You better figure out the formula on how much money you're going to make. Just don't take somebody's word for it. Don't take examples. You have to figure out if it's real. All right, let's get into it further because we have another superstar in the house, soon to be retiree, or shall I say, now retired. Welcome to the SSN Nation Friday night live stream. Victor Marrero with that icon next to his name, which I humbly appreciate as well for that financial support. And he brings the tagline, hello, all. Let's do this. That's what we're doing. We do this, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, because there's a difference between yeah, and if we do it. Now, long story short, we have a lot of people here. I'm not the smartest guy, but with the help of you and the rest of the SSN Nation, that helps us as a group be stronger because other people may know information that I don't know, or the next person doesn't know, or you don't know. So that's what we do here. SSN Nation, Stop Struggling Now is for everybody. We don't sell courses here. If you need to get in contact with me every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we have a live stream in a chat room. We don't charge for chats. Make use of it. You can join our WhatsApp group. You can hit me up at support@stopstrugglingnow.com. I don't charge any fees. That's how simple this is, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let me see who else is in the house. Oh, it looks like we have Lisa Martinez in the house. Thank you so much for being here on this SSN Nation Friday night live stream tonight. And happy Friday. Right there. Exactly. Happy Friday. And happy Friday to other outlets as well when we're on Twitch, when we're on Instagram and other social media platforms and on podcasts. So, Eric, I invested with Noval last year. Okay. Which project? They have a lot in pre-construction. And so far it's going good. Okay. I like this going good part, but if you said last year, then that means they haven't started building yet normally. I found out that two of the top developers, Noval and Jesperin, are moving towards condo hotel. Yes, Lisa Martinez. Exactly. This is what's starting to happen, and this is irritating me beyond repair. I am getting upset, but you know what this means? All this means is for all of you who have purchased your properties without having that condo hotel designation, I applaud you. Now, we'll get into it, Lisa, because I know, I'm hoping, let's see what you're asking. Is this the new wave of the future? Are they setting a new trend for everyone? Yes. This is okay. Again, this is something, Lisa, that I've been talking about for an investor in the Dominican Republic and around the world. When I put markers out, when I said do not buy anything, you should be buying anything up to 250,000. There's a reason. And when you buy something, make sure you have amenities. There's a reason for all of that, because now that shields you from what's happening now with these condo hotels. Think about this. You are in business, right? You're a developer. Just what I was going to do is the same thing they are going to do, because you make more money long term. So in other words, when we do pre-construction projects like normal, they tell you, let's just use an example, that your one bedroom condo is going to be $100,000. You own it. They sell it to you. They go bye-bye. HOA is set up and you don't have a hotel environment there. You're either going to live there or you're going to do rentals, short-term or long-term. That's the extent of it. They just sold you the unit. They're gone. All right. The condo hotel allows not only the developer or whoever they assign, like in this case, Aston and Wyndham seems to be taking over the island with this condo hotel concept, but now they get to stay in the game longer, because now they can say, hey, we have management for the condo hotel. How much is this going to be? Man, we can earn 25 to 30% off of every rental. And we can charge a little bit more because we're going to tell people that all furniture is included and appliances. And since we get to charge more, now we don't take the risk on the cost of goods and construction materials going up. Even though they go up, we're going to charge you already an extra $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 than normal. And not only do we get to make money off of the rentals of the unit or the nightly rentals, whatever you want to call it, we make money off of the HOA fees. Because remember, you're still going to have HOA fees, and they're going to get to charge you whatever they want for management fees. You could be at 25, 30, 35, 45%. It depends. So when people start doing this condo hotel thing, like Kaya all of a sudden popped up, they're doing condo hotel for Kaya in downtown Punta Cana. I can't really sell condo hotels. The reason why is because I can sell it if a person understands what they're getting. Because a condo hotel means generally, unless they change, you can't live there. In fact, most of the contracts only allow you to stay there 30 days max or 60 days max. And in Miami, they have the audacity to charge you for staying in your unit per night. That's right. You've heard it. And in Las Vegas, those condo hotels, you go, I want to stay in my unit for a week. They go, okay. How much is the HOAs? Let's just say they're $1,200 a month. It's going to cost you $2,600. That's what they're doing in Vegas as well. So see, I don't know if they're going to do crazy stuff like this in the DR, but I'm a little afraid. Dude, I don't recommend doing condo hotels because now you have capped how much you can make. You left it up to the developer or who's ever running the in Aston or Wyndham or whoever these other shady companies are. And that means they can do simple things like this. Hey, you made like $2,000 gross, $300 per night, but because our management fee is 50%, you only made $1,000. 50%. The problem is your HOA, and if you have a mortgage on there, you're going to have a hard time covering this. So this is just for starters. All right. Is this the new wave of the future? It appears on the island, Dominican Republic. It appears. So first of all, we got to call it where congratulations are due. Everybody who was able to buy at these low prices 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago, you were in the driver's seat. Why are you in the driver's seat? Here it is. It's plain and simple. These condo hotels, they're going to be able to survive because they get to charge, or rather, the people are building the unit. First of all, this is crazy. I'll just get to the steps. If I'm a developer, somebody's going to pay me $100,000 for a unit. Thank you so much. You don't own it. It's almost like a timeshare. You don't own it. You come visit, your unit's used. We tell you to use somebody else's unit because they have the same furnishings, right? So that's the first. I mean, to me, that's crazy. But the crazier part is from a buyer, an investor, I don't own anything. I mean, I own it, but I don't. You can't dictate what you want to charge for rent. You can't dictate who you want to manage. You can't dictate anything. Zero. So that's one of the things. And traditionally, condo hotels don't resell at a higher value than a standalone condo that you would own. So once again, the same parameters apply. Amenities, amenities, amenities. So this way, when you're staying at Vista Cana, when you're staying at Atlantida, for instance, I don't know where you bought, Lisa, and you're going to have to let us know. When you're staying at these properties that are not condo hotels and you have amenities, you now have a huge advantage. Because some people would say, well, the condo hotel might have an advantage. Well, it all depends on where it is, because it's going to have to be in a place that has a lot of amenities. So now you get to dictate and you get to live in your unit. You follow? There's a big difference here with condo hotels. All right. Give us the name of the project. Wave Garden. No, Wave Garden is Jesper. Is it one of the marina projects? I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, everybody seems to be going this route. All right. Exactly why we've been saying to invest and stay in the market. We aren't out of the water yet, but we'll get there. Exactly, Victor Marrero. Exactly. That's how we have to do it. Victor Marrero is another investor in the DR. Yes, you can't change designation to condo hotel just for the hell of it. That's a separate animal. I've never met a happy condo hotel owner. Exactly. The management and rental fees are too much for my taste. Victor Marrero says exactly right. He says exactly right. I mean, all you have to do is start doing your research. Because, well, here's your, let me just, I have to tell people like it is, because I made a video about pros and cons, and I am no fan of condo hotels, because you're basically buying, you're buying into a building that you're helping build. You're basically giving them money to build the complex, and then you have no say. You have all these rules. You can't even live in your place if you wanted to. Now, condo hotels are generally small. They have a small closet space. It's not really designed for people to live there long term, but it'd be nice that you can show up anytime and use your unit. But that's under a condo hotel. If you're doing a normal rental, you would just tell management, just block these dates out. I'm going to be staying there. You don't owe any money to stay there. So this is what could happen is they could go the route of Las Vegas, and you're going to be highly pissed if they do that. Because if your HOAs are $300 and then you come and stay there and they said, well, you're going to be here 2 weeks, so it's double $600 per week, and you got to give them a check for $1,200 plus your HOA fees, you'd be like, what am I doing here? That'd be ridiculous. So if they go this route, which they're allowed to because they're going to control the HOA board, right? This is one of the things that Oasis Lake at Caribbean Lake Park, they would have been in my top 5. They started talking. I don't know what actually happened because let's put it, they owe me money. I stopped talking to them. I don't have nothing to do with them. I'm not giving them no advice or nothing. But I will tell you this. They mentioned some name named Wyndham. They said Wyndham might be the management company for Oasis Lake, and they're going to turn it into a condo hotel. I said that's not right, because Wyndham is probably also going to buy some of the units in the hotel. I mean, some of the condo units. That's their MO. This is how I'm going to tell you how Wyndham normally does it. They normally will say, I'm going to buy some units in this location. So let's just say there's how many units are there? There's 60. Is there 60 units? Or was it 20 units? 20 units. Yeah, 60 units. In the old days, Wyndham would come and be like, okay, I'm going to buy like 30 units in this complex, and then you guys are going to let us manage this, right? Then they would get the management. Then, because they have 30 units, they control the HOA board. So now they have their sycophants on the HOA board to approve whatever they want to do. Meanwhile, they tell you, well, yeah, your maintenance fees were $200 per month. Now they're $350. Right? Because they outvote you with the HOA. So now on the other side, these guys are known to do this. They go, hey, I'll give you an example. In Dominican Republic, Easter, there's 2 weeks in Easter where things could potentially be like 90 some percent, right? 95, 90, 100% occupancy, right? You're renting your unit. They would tell you, after people stay on average 6.5 days in the Dominican Republic. They're going to rent their units first. Then they're going to rent other people's units. But you know what generally happens? Those other people units are the people, hey, I need 3 nights. I need 2 nights. So now what starts happening is, even though 7 nights should be rented or 6 nights should be rented, they'll tell you, oh, you only rented like 5 nights this week or 4 nights this week. And you're like, what? The whole island was damn near sold out. What are you talking about? They'll go, oh, well, we only rented 2 nights here, 3 nights there. You don't get the other nights. And you're thinking you're going to have a hefty check. Then you find out, oh, man, I only get like 50% of this $350 per night. Seriously? $2,700, and I get $1,300 or less on a 99% week. Seriously, this is the stuff Wyndham has pulled in the past. And again, I'm banned from Wyndham Properties, just so you guys know. All right, because I do timeshares for Airbnb, and because of their rules that they had, which is basically what a condo hotel is, they blocked me and probably 10 other people. They bought us out. They cut us a check to go bye-bye. Sure, I had to give up all my properties that I had and all my points and all this, that, and the other. But the fact of the matter is, they want to control everything. And because we all had so many properties, so many points and things like that, they couldn't just roll around and do whatever they wanted, except for my miners club in Park City. What happened is the exact same example I just gave you is what happened. They came in, bought like 4 units in the building. There's only like I don't know, 12, maybe 18. I can't remember. But they bought a low amount of units. That gave them enough where they controlled 5 or 6, because, when you have homeowners meetings and, people don't really show up and they don't fill out their stuff. So them, along with getting, because remember, they manage, and people will send back their paperwork and say, oh, we'll just go with whatever your recommendation is as management. That's what a homeowner will do, right? Think about it. You guys get HOAs long distance and you fill stuff out and say, yeah, I'll rock with whatever your decision is. So they get more votes. And the next thing you know, you're calling up, trying to use your unit. They got all kind of blocks. They're like, oh, no, you can never come during ski week no more. There's no availability. Well, what do you mean? I mean, this is crazy stuff. Crazy. And before they showed up, of course, everything worked fine. There was never, we're full all the high season times. Crazy stuff. Crazy. So I'm just saying, this is why I have a problem with certain companies. Aston, I don't even know where they've been hiding over all these years. I don't even know their management style or anything, because 20, 30 years ago, Aston used to be a big name in the tourist business and management of corporations like in Hawaii. All right. You'd go Aston Adventures and Aston this, Aston that. Now all of a sudden I see Aston, like Poseidonia by Aston. I'm like, man, where's the Hyatt? I mean, I'd feel much more comfortable with the Hyatt, a Marriott, something up there. I don't feel comfortable with these two companies, period. Project in Cap Cana, Juanillo Hills. Are you kidding me? Juanillo Hills is a condo hotel? Are you serious right now? Wow. When did they mention this? That wasn't in the brochures. That's incredible. Plus, you can say goodbye to you wanting to use your condo hotel property during Christmas or other special holiday. Exactly. Good luck with that. You may have to beg and ask for permission to use it. Crazy. Exactly, Victor Marrero, because they keep all the prime time dates. And this is why, like in Las Vegas, they came up with this brilliant idea. Oh, we're going to charge the owners for staying in their unit double the HOA fees. It's insane. So you're putting yourself in high risk, high danger. So for me, I'm like, I don't want to hear it. Anybody tell me condo hotel, and now Kaya downtown all of a sudden has a blurb that they're a condo hotel. Oasis Lake, condo hotel. Kaya, condo hotel. Palace Suites, condo hotel. If Larimar builds theirs, Paradise Tower 2, condo hotel. Man, this is craziness. And I'm going to tell you guys, the other thing is you need to pay attention to what prices are in the Dominican Republic. First of all, again, I'll get back to why I always told you guys, do not buy anything over 250,000. There's a reason. Regardless of the amount of tourists that's coming in, which are record highs. It's going to be a record this year, a record next year. And by the way, thanks to Mo, he actually sent something in the group today, and it was the Dominican Republic Airlines. They broke their June record for the amount of visitors coming in, which is a great thing. That also means I'm waiting on for overall Dominican Republic, and I'm pretty sure they're going to shatter the record again. But here's the funny part. The record's going to be shattered, but where do you think everybody's staying? The majority of people are staying at the all-inclusive resorts. So again, you can probably go. In fact, I should just go look up all-inclusive resorts on Priceline or something, and you're going to find something that's going to be fascinating. If all-inclusive resorts are charging $350, $250, $180, $400 per night for all-inclusive places that includes food, meals, show, music, and amenities, then that means if you have a party of 4, and sure, you can buy into a 2-bedroom, but now you're capping a 2-bedroom. Are you going to spend $200 a night? That's the question. Because now I still have to go eat. If I want to do some extracurricular stuff, I don't have that. Is that worth an extra 200 for $450 a person? See, that's where this is going to start playing into. So that's why you needed all these amenities before you buy something in the DR. You're going to need a location. Like, for instance, Leeson, on the other hand, he bought at Juanillo Hills in Cap Cana. Here's the thing about Cap Cana. Cap Cana's upscale luxury, so it costs more. People live there. But I'm not down with the condo hotel being in Cap Cana, because open capitalist society should be in Cap Cana, because Cap Cana is upscale. Why would I want to give up 30, 40, potentially 50% of my rental income because I'm in a condo hotel? And I'm paying premium prices. I don't know how much he paid for Juanillo Hills because I don't know when he bought it, phase 1, phase 2. But let's just say he bought a 2-bedroom at $295 to $350. I don't know. It's probably in that range. So now the condo hotel is gonna, how much are they gonna charge? $350, $400? Again, are we talking 30%, 40%? What are they gonna get? Plus my HOA fees. Plus, if I have a mortgage, that now, if you have a mortgage with a condo hotel, you're probably not going to be doing 4 or 5% if you're lucky. Return. I'm just saying you got to pencil out the numbers, but if you're going to get under 10%, which most condo hotels are, then why don't you just put your money in the stock market, dividend stock, and just collect JEPI or JEPQ and get 9.5 to 10% and call it a day? Or ET, like I said, Energy Transfer, 8%, 7.9%. I mean, why are you going to mess around giving them your money for $200,000-$300,000 and then you're still going to get 5 to 10%? And I don't even know what it's going to be, because there, first of all, nobody, as far as I know, has a condo hotel concept that's out right now unless Single One is it. And Single One only charges $135, $140, $150 per night. So now their customers are getting $100 to $75 to $100 because their HOA and all the other fees. I don't know, but I know that you had to buy the Single Ones for $100,000 and up. So is that going to meet my 0.1%? Where if I bought it for $100,000, I got to rent for $100 a night. And now, how many nights are you going to rent? I dropped a video today about Airbnb numbers, because this is coming up. What Lisa Martinez has just talked about, this is coming up. So this is why I dropped the Airbnb conversation today, to show people don't rely on 60 or 70% rentals when you start talking about condo hotels, and when you start talking about your own individual condos, villas, townhomes. You cannot guarantee that, because the numbers do not dictate that you're going to get 60, 63, 83%. That's not a thing. The hotels, sure, 83 to 90%, all inclusives, things like that, but that's all inclusive. You as a standalone, you don't have that yet, and the numbers don't dictate it yet for, I'm specifically talking about Punta Cana right now. You don't have enough people. There's 100, roughly, it's averaging seemingly around 100,000 to 120,000 visitors by air every week. That's not enough. Not enough yet. That's why 2025 and 2026, when things start being delivered of any consequence, that's going to be very helpful, because that should add it up to almost 200,000, because that's what you're going to need in order to get the right price. All right, I'll keep going. Let me see what else we got down here. I've been talking for a minute. Yeah, I'll reiterate this right here. This is what's happening right here. Victor Morel said it all. You guys can do your own research, but like I said, I dropped a video about pros and cons for condo hotels, and it's not cool for me. Mo Better, welcome to the SSN Nation Friday night live stream. And he says, what's up, SSN family? What's up with you, man? What's up, E? You know, man, we still grinding out here. Hulk, smash the like button on the way in. Thank you so much, man. Very, very happy you're in the house tonight. Mo, another investor, is here. Hey, I remember that project, Juanillo Hills. Nice project by Juanillo Beach. Yeah, I have nothing. Like I said, Capcana's upscale luxury. They make in their own community. But my thing with Capcana is you just live in the community. That's the thing. I'm just like, okay, so you have a pool, great. You have fitness center, great. You might even have marina view, great. But I'm like, everything else is just like I'm in a normal neighborhood. If I want to go eat something, naturally, I got to go to the restaurants here. If I want to go do anything, it's a standalone project. That's the only thing. I mean, upscale luxury, though, keeps its value, but a condo hotel, I don't know if it keeps its value. I mean, what I go by is like Las Vegas, city center. So that's what part of my condo hotel video was about, because Vidara, Cosmopolitan, I can't remember all of them. Can't remember there's like four of them. Those, for instance, you want to know what's wild? Here's what's wild. So he bought at Juanillo Beach, or Juanillo Hills. The same price he paid for Juanillo Hills, he could have bought a 2-bedroom at Vidara. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. At City Center in Las Vegas. Now, the HOA is going to be $1,200, I think, $1,230, $1,250, something like that at Vidara. But it's a condo hotel. Same concept. So it's almost like if you're going to spend $250, $300, $350, or whatever it ends up being, then you can buy property anywhere on the planet. I mean, and if you can buy property anywhere on the planet, then why not pick a spot that has high tourist numbers? You're going to be able to rent it out at above 50% or better. That's what you want to do, right? Because then you want to make 15 to 20% annual return, don't you? That's why I have the rule in place. Don't buy over 250,000 in an emerging market, because it may take you years if this goes sideways. And unfortunately, in the DR market, most buyers are from the United States and Canada. 70% of people in America are living paycheck to paycheck. So clearly, things have slowed down in the real estate market on the island, because the top two countries where they get most of their customers from has slowed down. When's it going to pick back up? I don't know. But we can figure out one thing. We kind of figured out they're going to reduce the interest rate. They have reduced mortgage interest rates already, even more this past week. So when the Federal Reserve reduces the interest rate, the mortgage rates are going to be probably in the fives, maybe even low fives, the way this is going. So that will spur a lot of people, which it already has, started the refinance game. So now they refinance. Now they take out 100, 200,000. Now they come over and buy something. That's how this works. And so when this gets on full on, which will probably be in about the next 3 to 6 months, then buying should be picking back up in the DR. But unfortunately, the prices have skyrocketed in the DR. 2-bedroom units now are going for 250, 199. They're reaching the maximum point. And you're not even gonna have delivery for 3 years in most cases. And hopefully not the usual 3 to 4 years later, which will now put you at a huge disadvantage as more units become available and built over the next 4 years. So I'm just saying, let's go. Jawway J, hold on, I missed his. Condo hotels will fry you with your own oil. That's the way I look at it. Unless somebody else has experience with condo hotels that's positive and not earning you 6 or 7%, please let me know. Or worse, let me know, because I'm like, that's not even a thing. Okay, they snagged up 6 projects, 2 in Cap Cana and the rest in Cana Bay, and even Reserva Real. I knew it. Okay, so after 5 years, almost 6 years, Reserva Real ends up being a condo hotel that's in Bavaro. It's not even a freaking condo that you own. They are changing it to a condo hotel. That's a shame. They snagged. Who's they? Are you talking about Wyndham or are you talking about Aston? Because that's what's happening around here. It's getting ridiculous right now. The only advantage I see with condo hotels is the name brand and the robust rental platforms many of them have. They have a significant reach worldwide, something you won't have as an owner with Airbnb. That's their marketing platform. That's what they use for marketing, quite frankly. But the problem is math. I always love math. Here's the problem. Hold on a second. Okay. Let me get a drink real quick. Because this conversation right now tonight I love talking about this. All right. So this right here is the number one thing that they say when they're trying to tell you, buy my condo hotel. This is what they say right here. Now, there is something to it, but for what they're giving you, they take more in management fees. So, like I said, most of the time, if anybody owns condo hotels here, speak up. Let me know. If you own a condo hotel, like I said, most of the time you're going to find yourself 40 to 50% of whatever they rented is coming out. All right. So automatically you are giving them an extra 20% to 25% because they have the robust marketing platforms, allegedly. After you get past that, then you still have to get past you're not living there and you never can live there. And you're going to have restrictions on how long you can stay during the year because you are the customer. You have to understand you're the customer. That's why they're going like, you can only stay here 30 days. Thank you very much for building our stuff for us, but you got to go. Or in the case of Vegas, we're just going to charge you $2,600, double the HOA fees for the week. Is that crazy? Is that wild? So you are the customer. Your HOAs are going to go up. Thank you, cha-ching. I'm going to tell you something right now. Diamond Resorts, they're not involved with this, but I'm just going to give you something that the guy had a hot mic at the CEO meeting, at the shareholders meeting, and he says blatantly, hey guys, I make you guys like 5% a year. Free and clear profit because we charge the HOA fees. We mark them up to 10%. Blatantly says it to the shareholders in the shareholder meeting. Crazy stuff. This is what they do. They're corporations. So you might be squeezed. You think they care? You're the customer. All they're going to do is tell you to sell it. And then you selling it does nothing to them. You hopefully get back a decent return. It's not going to be as much as a standalone condo, but it is what it is. And then they just wash, rinse, and repeat the next person that comes in. It's not a good thing, in my opinion. So this is the marketing thing, but you're paying extra. You're not going to get 30% management or 25% management or 20% management fee. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's not going to happen. It's over. Mo better. The problem with rental. Oh, man. Don't even. Thank you for bringing this up. The rental pools. I forgot about that. That's correct. Condo hotels, sometimes they put you in a rental pool, not 100% of the time, but a lot of the times they do. So these are the questions you need to ask. Is this a pool rental program? And if it is, well, then things start getting very, very interesting. The problem with rental pools is how do you know you're getting your fair share of the rental pool occupations? Exactly. I've heard of owners tipping of property management to send more renters to this unit. See, I tried to tell you guys, this is a thing. Whether it's that he's describing or the property management themselves owning units in the building, they will direct most of the rentals to their units. And then, like he just said, I keep telling you guys, I've already been through this. It happens. You're sitting there going, hey man, I had Christmas week, because this actually happened to me. I have Christmas week, knowing full well there's 7 nights a week. This was in Lake Tahoe. 7 nights is booked up all the time, ski season and all. I get a check for like $1,100. And I'm like, wait a minute, the whole week was 4 times 7, $2,800. Why am I getting like 30%? 25 to 30%. What is this? Oh, Mr. Bird, we didn't rent all 7 of your nights. What do you mean? It's a standard issue. Christmas week is always booked up, especially when the snow is 30 feet high. What are you talking about here? I'm like, oh my God. Luckily for me, it wasn't a condo hotel. I just went through the management because I knew. I was like, oh, I thought 2,800, they get their little 20, 30%. I'm thinking, all right, I don't have to worry about it. I'll get like a 2G check. Good. Hell no. $1,100. And they're giving me all excuses. Back to the pool, though. The pool situation is not only can you get in this scenario about tipping, and like I said, the HOAs and the project themselves are renting out their units, not including it into the other units. It's crazy. But if it's a pool, think about this. All the units that they don't rent during each week, they're taking your money, in theory. They're taking money from the unit they rented and sharing it amongst all the other renters. And I'm going to tell you something right now. Most people would go, oh, that's no big deal. Let me ask you something. If the occupancy rate is 70% and 30% of the units are vacant, you think it's not going to be a big deal that you're going to cover, you're going to share with 30% of the units? Let's just say there's 20 units, which there's usually more, but let's just say there's 20 units. 14 units got rentals, 6 units did not, 0. So now you're taking the profits from the 14 and sharing it with the 6. How are we going to split this? Because you guys can automatically start putting in some things like, I'll do it this way. Let's just say we had 14 units. We got an average of, I'll just say 20 grand. All right. 20 grand. All right. From 14 units, and then 20 grand divided by 20 units. That's $1,000 each. All right. So that's what happens, even though the 14 units, let's see what the 14 would be, around 1,500 or something. 20,000 divided by 14. So it's either $1,428 or nothing. So they decide, hey, $400 from everybody, you're going to share with these other guys. Or let's just keep things real, whatever's left over. I mean, this is crazy, right? When you start thinking about it, we're going to siphon off 20, 25% of it. So whatever. I just see, I don't like pools either, which again, this is a cruise on land thing. This is all kind of crazies going on right now. This was supposed to be very simple, Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. It was supposed to be people invest and then they take the risk. Let the people build the projects. They go on about their business. Now it's turning into where you are the customer when you buy. That's what's going on. I don't like it. I really, really don't like it. I'm going to tell you that right now. The pool thing is crazy. All right. You might be getting your standard 50% occupancy, but any overage you won't even know exists because they're not sending them your way in the rental pool rotation. Exactly. Even if you're not in the pool program, this is what happens, that from my experience, whenever I've been in a rental situation with any of these corporations, it always ends up the same way. I've only done it, I think it was twice. It was either once or twice. I did it in Orlando, where I have a 3-bedroom at the Westgate Town Center. All right, 3-bedroom. So, and they're a lock off. So we can make it a 2-bedroom, a 1-bedroom, and also New Year's week. Same crap. 100 damn near %, and you get to charge people an ungodly amount because you have a water park and everything. Water park, lakes. I mean, come on, mini golf, all kind of stuff. So I'm sitting there like, okay, $400 and some odd per night during New Year's week. That's a thing in Orlando. I do a 2-bedroom at the Wyndham Star, and I get like $2,500 to $2,700 for the week, right? Maintenance fees are only like $1,100. So I'm sitting there happy as hell because Westgate's used to be inexpensive too. It'd be like $1,200 or $1,300. And so these guys did the same thing. I'm thinking, you can go on their website, you can go look online, you can see that they charge like, I don't think it was $499, but more like $399 to $490. Yeah, the 3-bedroom $499, but I separated them. So then the 1-bedroom was like $200 per night. The 2-bedroom was like $399 per night. So ultimately $599 for something, whatever. So I'm thinking, okay, I see now I'm going to get a nice little check, $2,500. I'm thinking 2 G's. Wrong. They cut me a check for a little more than the maintenance fees, $1,400, $1,500. I was like, is this a joke or something? We're talking about 2 separate units, $1,400 for one, $321. So we're talking about $3,500, something like that. And they come with me at $1,400. I was like, okay, that's the second time and last time that I ever tried that nonsense. Just so you know. So Mo has done some research or talked to people, because all of this he's saying is exactly what you are risking when you're in condo hotels. You're risking all of this. You have no idea what's going on. They have management. They're answering the phones. They're putting people in the place they want to put them in. And especially if there's 1-bedrooms, 2-bedrooms, 3-bedrooms, they have all kind of options, all kind of different prices that you don't even know about. Because remember, their platforms are all different. You don't know. And remember, they're big time. They have, for instance, they have shareholders. They have vacation clubs. See, there's a lot of things that people don't realize. A lot of these companies have their own vacation clubs. Meaning, when you go to Mexico, you go sign up for, I'll use Taffer, for instance. Taffer Hotels has Taffer Vacation Club. So you're part of the vacation club, and then they start going, well, we have something in Punta Cana. We have something in Mexico. We have something in Los Cabos or Cabo San Lucas. But that's what they do. And then they're sending people, because they bought in their vacation club that spends like freaking 40 G's or 50 G's. They go, you can stay in the unit over there for $800 for the week. This is a real thing. That's why condo hotel concept for me is a no-go zone. You just don't know who they are. So that if you're going to be in a condo hotel environment, you need to find out who management is straight off the bat, and then start Googling. Seriously. Or find owners that own it, their other properties, and find out what they've been getting. Then you're going to find out the pros and cons on your own, because Mo Better is telling you some that most people who get involved with condo hotels, they don't understand what they're doing. You're getting 6 to 7 to 4%. 4 to 6% is generally what you're going to receive. And if that's all you care about, then why are you wasting your time in this? You should just go to the stock market and get a freaking low risk 5, 7, 8%. You're always liquid dividend stock. I mean, that's crazy. The condo hotels at Margaritaville here in Orlando charge the owners. Yeah, I know. 55% management. See, here's what we're talking about. So the 45% percent remaining, you pay taxes, mortgage, insurance. Exactly. Exactly. And in some cases, Victor Marrera will tell you, they also will charge you. Picture this: a person pays $4,000, $3,500, and they'll start doing things like, oh, it was 3.5%. Oh, no, it was 4% because they used an Amex card. And you're like, wait, you're taking another $120 off? And you're like, what? Okay, that's cute. Then they'll do stuff like they ordered room service. So there's like another fee they charge. I'm like, Miss Galinas, $80. I'm like, this is crazy. There's all kind of things. You are the customer. Trust me. All right. Insane. However, they do come fully furnished. Yeah. But that's why you pay the extra money. You pay the extra money so they're fully furnished. Exactly. Because you are the customer from the get-go. You're going to pay for the unit. You're going to pay for the furniture. You're going to not do anything else. And then they're going to take the reward of any people coming through the door that they're renting to. And you pay HOA fees based on what they dictate. So anything that needs to be repaired, it's going to fall on the shoulders of the, hey, you're all condo owners. The pool needs, some repairs, plaster work. It's only like $100,000. Okay, everybody chip in $1,000 special assessment. And you're like, wait, you rent all this stuff out. What do you mean? What are you paying? Oh, no. You're the condo owners, the HOA. You own this. Look, I'm going to tell you guys something right now. And you're not going to like it, but I got to tell you the story. This is why if you're going to do a condo hotel, you better know who you're dealing with. Blue Green in Las Vegas. I mean, not Las Vegas, New Orleans, Club La Pension. I own one of 3 townhouse units in the building. I think there's 4 actually, but I own one of 4 in the whole building. That's all they have. They're upstairs, downstairs. They're the only ones like it. 2 bathrooms, and you have your own little terrace upstairs. Plus, there's other stuff upstairs too. So these guys call me in the office, say, hey, we want to have a chat with you because you own like more than one. And we would like to get this unit under our control. This is Blue Green. And so I go in the office. They start offering me all kinds of stuff. They go, hey, we'll give you points to our vacation club, which I had, mine's deeded. So I'm not interested in points because you can't, points means you can never reserve. So they're just like, we'll give you all these points. We'll give you something. I can't remember all they gave me. You don't have to pay for the transfer. It was a promise of the sky. I said, hell no. You know what they did? The guy point blank told me. He goes, no worries. We'll get it from you one way or another. Because the boiler downstairs for the heaters, for the water heater is going to break one day. And them things cost like $100,000 around here. So that means you might have a special assessment of like 5, 6, 10 G's. We'll get it one way or another. We're just trying to do that. I was like, oh my God. I was like, these guys, literally. The dude just admitted it straight out. He was like, okay, we'll get it without having to do all this. In time, he was right. Because it became not worthwhile to hold on to somebody sends you a bill that says like 10 G's. Crazy stuff, 20 G's in my case. And you only have each week. So yeah, I make great money because it's Mardi Gras. But at the same time, now, in order for me to recoup that's like 5 years. It's crazy. So I was like, so this is the plans. You guys got to understand, these guys, when you do condo hotels, you're signing up for that. That's like, for me, it's a no-go zone. Can't do it. Can't join that party. Won't be in it. I can't advise anybody to do that. E. White's in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Friday night live stream with that icon I humbly appreciate as a member of the channel. And he brings his tagline, another superstar investors in the house. Eric, what's with the last minute changes? There are no notifying potential buyers in the beginning that a project may become a condo hotel. Exactly. This is a thing, man. All of a sudden, yeah, Kaya, I just found out because their ad came out and said condo hotel. And I was like, what? Since when is this a condo hotel? I'm like, oh my God. So that means Aston, Wyndham, and whoever knows who else is running through the island saying, we'll manage the properties, we'll do the condo hotel concept. And then they're telling them why. You'll control the HOA, you control the rental, and they're building the unit for you. You still get to make money after it's built. They are the customer. And now they're signing on. So I didn't even know Juanillo Hills. Is Leeson still in the house? Mr. Martinez. Leeson, you still in the house? Is Juanillo Hills, is that the one you're saying is now a condo hotel? Geez, that was not marketed as a condo hotel, because if it was, I would have said, don't do it. Only because, Eric, there are no fines at the beginning. Their project become. Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly. Remember, we saw the beginning. They didn't say nothing about Kaya was going to be a condo hotel. Now it all makes sense on why a studio unit would be 90,000, 100,000, 109,000. Because it's a freaking condo hotel. They get their money from you for life. Joe Nay. Another investors in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the SSN Nation Friday night live stream. And he too has that icon I humbly appreciate. And he brings his tagline this evening. What's good, SSN Nation? Hope everybody is doing well. Yeah, man, everybody's doing well unless they start talking about these condo hotels. I need to know from Leeson where these things are. Oh, man, I got the notification, says Joe Nay. I saw the trailer. Thank you so much. That's 5 people. And just smash that like button. Congratulations to the female 4x100 relay. They just won the gold medal. That's right. Congratulations, USA. USA in the Olympics, track and field, doing smoke out there all over the place. Gymnastics brought the smoke. Now we got the racetrack doing the smoking. Swimming, they were doing some smoking as well. Now, only one team, and you can only win one in the basketball competition. But the fencing team did well. I mean, all kind of things that USA is doing damage over there. It's awesome. Okay, he's saying it's Aston. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't really know Aston's properties. Like I said, they used to be all over Hawaii back in the day. And they did, I mean, they had some mid-level to nicer management of properties. That's the kind of, I mean, it wasn't really upscale luxury. They only had a few, but generally they stayed mid-level, mid to a little more than mid. I don't even know how to describe it really. All I'm saying is it wasn't upscale nor luxury. It was generally a middle to a little more. If we say middle is a C, so then we go C plus. The one thing that they had going for them was they generally, back in the day, their staff, very well trained, were very well customer oriented. That's back in the day, but this is 30 years ago, 20, 30 years ago. I don't know what Aston has evolved into, because all these companies are now money grubbing, psychotic. I'm disgusted. That's what they've turned into. So I don't know if Aston has or not. Hopefully not, but they used to be pretty good with customer service. Victor Morel at Mo Better. Having friends at the management team helps. But what happens is that majority of customers will ask specifically for units close to the amenities. Yep. If your unit is too far, sucks to be you. Exactly, Victor Marrero. See, we've had this conversation over the last 3-4 years. You guys know that, with Victor Marrero's help and everybody else's help. E. White, Joe Nay, everybody else who's put in their information about when they rent things. So that's, we told you back then, Ocean View Ocean fronts number 1. Ocean views number 2. Number 3 request is pool views. That's the top 3. And those are also the top 3 that get the highest rental rates. And if you don't have ocean front, but to have ocean view and then have pool view, then that's even better. You're one of the top 2 that's going to be rented. And Victor Morrell has it exactly right. Exactly right. People request when it's a condo hotel environment. They go, hey, I want to be by the pool. I want to be on the upper floor. Can I see the water from up there? What can I see? These are all requests. And quite frankly, the first thing first, if you're not on the water and you don't have ocean view at all, or can't see where your unit can't see water at all, then the number 1 thing is pool view. That's number 1. And so now everybody that has a pool view gets rented up first, especially with family. And sometimes families will be like, can I get the first floor? So my kids can run out and I can see them right here. And then after the first floor gets booked up, then people are like, give me the 3rd or 4th. I got to face the pool so I can see my kids. I'm one of those people. When I stay in Las Vegas, that's what I say. I need a pool view. My daughters are 10, 12, 14. I need to see when they go downstairs. So, that kind of thing is a thing. And you get premium prices when you're the only one in town. The people on the other side, parking lot view, okay, it happens, but you better hope it's a full house. Seriously. And then that's another request as well. Don't put me I don't want parking lot side. So even if you don't have pool view, the next request is don't put me at the parking lot. I need to be where it's quiet. Put me on an interior view if you can. I don't care if it sees nothing. Just don't put me where the cars are pulling in at 10 at night, 9 at night, at 1 in the morning. All this stuff comes into play. So that's why when you pick your unit, you just don't go, oh, I'll take that cheap unit that Poseidonia has for $170,000 with parking lot view. That'll be the cheapest return that you're going to get. Nobody wants those units. And the odds of them giving them to somebody, if you're not fully booked, is slim. Because that's not going to be a good experience. See, that's the other thing you have to think about. A lot of people don't think about all these little nuances. They're thinking, oh, I'll just get this unit because it's cheap. No, you need to have a reason. You have to understand, if you need to rent it out as a solo person or if you're in these condo hotels, it doesn't matter. Same rules apply. You have parking lot views. You bought for $170. Are you going to be able to rent for $170 per night? You might when the place first opens. But after people start leaving reviews like, oh, man, I only had parking lot view and cars were coming because people were getting out of the club at 1 in the morning. There was noise, wake us up all the time. The people will leave the reviews. So it's up to you if you want to take that risk, or you're going to be inside where you can see the pool for $235 or $240. It's going to be worth it in the long run because now you have pool view from your balcony or maybe your living room. I don't know. But the point I'm trying to make is, are you going to pay that price? Are you going to buy a 2-bedroom for $300,000 that has pool view? It does not meet the SSN Nation rules because you're over the 250 number, but I'm just saying it starts getting kind of wacky because are you going to be able to charge you going to be able to charge over $300 per night? That's what this all boils down to. So yeah, Victor Morrell, you got he knows. Victor Morrell's been renting too, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of us have rented, and I'm probably the only person that's here that has so many multiple resorts and multiple options that have occurred. I have had people that go to Hawaii and they will say, which is rare, they'll go, I don't want beach view. You got mountain views? I like seeing the mountains. I was like, are you serious? Those are the cheapest rooms. But they want them. And I'm already charging a premium because remember, I told you guys, I always charge the most. I don't really care. It's going to be the most. If I'm not the most, I'm the second or third if I have control. All right. So I'm not charging like cheap, like that once the 170 that I would be charging at Poseidonia for the parking lot thing. I would just charge like 199. I don't, that's what I would charge, quite frankly. You never know. Sometimes people roll in and they're like, hey, man, I got a Lambo or I got some special car that I rented. I need parking lot view. Stuff comes up. You'd be shocked. If you do this long enough, stuff comes up, but I wouldn't recommend getting parking lot view under any circumstance. That's rare. That's real rare. Just because it's cheap may not be the best thing. Here we go. The rental pool doesn't work as good as people think. Exactly. There are too many variables. An owner can use his unit on the last minute, and that creates a domino. Customers ask for specific accommodations. Yeah, exactly. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. If it's out of your control, then that's exactly what's going to happen. Let's go. Jaway J. Condo hotels also tend to have limited appreciation potential. Exactly. And can face resale challenges in a niche market. That's exactly what I was trying to say earlier. You're not going to get the value out of a condo hotel resale that you would get out of a standalone condo. Vegas, just search Vegas, all right? Just go to the city center, Fedora, what's the other one? Mandarin, Cosmopolitan. You can see, here's the thing again that drives me crazy. You can buy a one bedroom, 200,000 or less in those condo hotels. Most of them, though, are going to be 200, maybe 220, maybe. But you can buy a two bedroom in there for like 300, fully furnished. Same thing, but it's in Vegas. But your return, they start telling you, oh, 6.5%, 7%. I'm like, then what the hell are you doing? Forget buying that. That's crazy. Whatever money you were going to put down, just put it down. If you're not paying cash, go put it down in the stock market and get yourself 10, 12% and call it a day. There's no reason to even go through all that. It makes no sense. But you're right, Jaway J. These are all the things that happen that people do not understand with these condo hotels. And it's a management or a company. It's a company win. Their liability is limited. And if they don't make the money on the building, they're going to make the money afterwards. Jaway J says, and unlike traditional real estate investments, condo hotels are often value based on their See, there you go. Exactly. He's got it right. On their income generating potential rather than comparable sale. Exactly. So when you say I only care, okay, 6.5% is good. Well, if somebody else is buying into it because a condo hotel means you don't live there, that means it's an exact income-based project. So if all you're getting is 6.5%, somebody's going to go, well, then I'm not going to buy this for 200,000. I need 10%. So that means I can only pay you 160. So you have pressure coming down from an investor that's basing it on income, which is all you can base a condo hotel on. And now your value gets to sit. In fact, you know what? I'm going to do this because I keep talking about these guys. Leeson Martinez, did you hear me, man? Let's see what he says here. He's got something to say. From what I heard, every project from Noval will have a condo hotel attached to it going forward. They have partnership with Aston, Hilton, Marriott. Damn. He's right. He's right, because the way Comfortour is now. Comfortour, if you want it, you have to have a hotel component. And Poseidonia, they haven't said it's a condo hotel, but all the Noval properties are fully furnished. So if they go with this model, I can't say it's going to make sense because they're trying to have Comfortour. If that meets the Comfortour, if you say condo hotel versus having a hotel standalone. But why have a hotel standalone when that means I have to pay out of pocket when I can just say, hey, we have 50 units, condo hotel, and you get to buy it. My liability is non-existent now. I don't even have to worry about when I'm going to build it either. Wow. Okay, so I like Marriott. I like Hilton. Aston, like I said, I'm not familiar with what they're doing now. I just know them from 30 years ago when they had mid-level to C plus properties, maybe a B minus type properties. They rarely had that upscale luxury, although they had. Now that I'm thinking about it, downtown. Damn, did they have the in Waikiki? Did they have the pink building, the Hawaiian? Uh, yeah, they had one property downtown that was an A building on Waikiki at one time. But anyhow, a long time ago, so I really can't remember. They did have one property, but generally, nah. Maybe they're a lot better now. But if they're mid level like they used to be, then that means your rents won't be. You know what? Here, this is what we do here, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Lisa and Martinez, you didn't tell us how much you bought your Juanillo Hills for. And what size unit is it? Let us know if you don't mind. Also, if you haven't joined our WhatsApp group, hold on. Let me put this in the chat room. I will have to approve you. All right. When you join, you won't see anything. Just so you know, you won't see anything. There's a reason. Because when you join, it doesn't show previous messages. So, unfortunately, I wish there was a way to change that, but it's not. All right. Vilver Tedmon is in the house. Johanna Garcia, or is it Johnny Garcia, is in the house on Instagram as well. So, hello, everybody. I see you. Vilver Ted Mond, hello to you. Thank you. All right. Those messages don't come through. All right. Here's Lisa. He says, oh, I was right. 2:30 for me and the wife to get away. Okay, but listen, are you saying Juanillo Hills is condo hotel though? Is that what you're saying? That project isn't a standalone? Okay, you know what? Let me go look at something. Let me go see if I have Juanillo Hills. Damn. I don't have Juanillo Hills. Oh, wait, I might. Give me a second here. I'm going to do something real quick. Let me go look in the background. Let me see if I have Juanillo Hills brochure. Come on. Did I lose it? Oh, there we go. Here we go. I'm trying to think which. Oh, I know which one it was. Let's go with this. Juanillo Hills. Here it is. How cool is that? Okay, let's go. This one's in Spanish, unfortunately. Here we go. It's on the golf course. There's a pool. I think there's going to be a fitness center. I don't think they have a restaurant there. They have a lobby. Let's see. Yep. This is it. Simple. 230. That's their going rate. That's how much they're selling their one bedrooms at Poseidonia as well. Fully furnished. Same kind of thing. A pool, fitness center. Over there, they have an open space for like yoga or co working. Similar type concept. Let's see here. I don't know what that is. Okay. How many pages is this? Okay, 33. So I'm going to go through real fast. Here we go. Right here on a golf course, I'm assuming. All right. Here's the one bedrooms. So, terrace, what is that? 8 square meters. Apartment, 57 square meters. Terrace, 11 square meters. They have several different kind. 2 bedrooms are a little over 1,000, so like 1,100 square feet. Terrace is 250. Nice size. That means these are 300 and some thousand then when they came out. All right, so yeah, this is just going to be, here we go. Normal complex. So yeah, there was no mention. Leeson, are you now saying that this is a condo hotel? Is that what you're saying? You saying Aston is managing on Neo Hills? When's delivery? 19 years of experience back then. Delivery should be, isn't it like this came out in 2022? I think. So does that mean delivery's like now? I mean, in the next 6 months, or was supposed to be like next 6 months to 8 months or so? What's the status? Let me know. All right, here we go. Las Vegas, City Center, Mandarin, I think. Condo hotel for sale, which may give us City Center. We'll go check this out. City Center condos for sale. Here we go. Here we go. Is that? Oh, I can't do that. I can't do that. Condos for sale, upscale pit. Actually, hold on. I better do this. I don't know about the Mandarin for sure. Let's go to Vidara because I know that's a condo hotel for sure. I'm pretty sure they all are. I just never checked on. So here we go. 9+ Vidaras. I really don't like that, but Zillow. Here we go. Vidara Hotel. Here we go. Let's go see what we have for Vidara. Oops. That's hotel and spa. This is 910. What is that? That's crazy. Okay, they've lost their mind. That's not going to happen. Unless it's a standalone. That will not happen. Let's see what Vidara's got. Okay, this is interesting. 999, 2 listed. Where's the listing? They're trying to, what is this? 910, 2 listings at Vidara. $1 million. All right, well, then I'll forget about Vidara. Looks like that's crazy. I don't think that's part of their, we'll go Cosmopolitan. Condos for sale. Let's go over to Cosmopolitan then. Let's see what they got. Okay, Las Vegas. Hard to find. Let's go here. Second condo living. Let's see. 5281. 835. 1 bedroom, 1 bath. That's a good price, allegedly. But I can't get any okay, maybe I just need Zillow. Well, these prices are escalating. If these are the prices, because they used to be like 250, 300, just like last year, it seems. That's crazy. Okay. I'm not going to be able to find out. Platinum. Platinum's for sale. How about that? Platinum is by Sahara. Platinum Hotel, 1 bedroom, 269. Okay. Interesting. 250, 260, 270. 1 bedroom, 750. Why do they show high roller? Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, you could see high roller if your unit's from over there on that side of the building. I have friends of mine that bought it this. I think when they bought theirs at Platinum, I think it was 135, something like that. And we're talking that's like 10, 12, 14 years ago. Crazy. 278. Okay. So they have the high rollers view. And do they even have no, they that would be interesting. But all right, enough. I can't find one I'm looking for readily available. I thought, come on, Lisa, don't tell me yes. Oh my God. No freaking way, man. Yes, from what I understand, he's saying, he's saying, no way. Okay, Lisa, I'm going to ask you something. When this came out, there was no mention of condo hotels. I can tell you that for a fact. So when did you find out that this was going to be a condo hotel? Let me know. March 2026. They never on time. Okay, so Lisa, this brings up a whole bunch of problems, issues that I've had with Noval. Tell me something. Is Noval going to deliver March 2026 on time? Or I'll even say in 2026? Oh my God. Are you kidding me right now? Just a few weeks ago, I found out. No way. Oh, that's messed up. That is really effed up, man. That's messed up. By Noval is now condo hotel by Aston. Are you? That means Poseidonia is also a condo hotel project? Yeah, here it is. Are you kidding me? And it's by that Archipelago group. You got to be kidding me right now. You're kidding me right now with this. No freaking way. Juanillo Hills by Aston. Oh my God. They are doing it. Yeah, this was not mentioned as a condo hotel. Hotel Management Group in Southeast Asia has joined forces with Noval. They do the Aston at Poseidonia, which means the freaking Poseidonia is a condo hotel. Oh, hell no. They're selling 3 bedrooms, units at Poseidonia for $599,000. Oh, this is not good. Juanillo Hills by Aston, they're already on Hotel One. Okay, I got bad news for you. If they just now groundbreaking, they haven't even started building anything, then it's not going to be delivered in March of next year. That's clear. That means you're on a 2-year more cycle. Jesus Christ, they're doing it again. Unbelievable. That means your delivery is like 2020. Oh, okay. I take that back. It's only 2024. You have 18 months. Depends on what first phase is, but all right. I don't think they're going to do it in 18 months either. But nonetheless, it's more than 18. No, it is 18 months, right? 1 year. Yeah, 1 year and about 8 months, 6, 7 months. Yeah, that's not going to happen. An unprecedented move, Archipelago International, the largest privately owned hotel management group in Southeast Asia, has joined forces with Noval Properties, a premier real estate developer, strategically formed in November 2023. Okay. But they're not telling people when they're buying these that they're freaking condo hotels. Are you kidding me right now? This can't be, man. This just can't be. So people are spending 300 and some $1,000 on 2-bedroom units, and they're going to be in a condo hotel. This can't be right. Oh, this just came out July 31st. Oh my God. 6. This is what he was talking about. International Noval Property signed 6 management agreements in the. Oh no. Reserva Real, Harper Bay, Poseidonia by Aston, Coral Cove by Aston, and Riviera Bay by Aston. Oh my God. What? What? No. No. Yeah, I'm a broker for Noval, but because of their price points, and now, okay, I'm not signing up for this. This is crazy right now. There's no way. You're going to have to this is no way. In order to make this right, if he has a 1-bedroom for $230 per night, I mean $230,000, your management, this can't be 50%. That means they would have to charge like over $450 per night. Just so the guy gets back. Well, now we're talking about occupancy rates, and I don't know what the occupancy rate's going to be. It's not all inclusive. And the property just has a pool and a fitness center. I'm disappointed. Reserva Real, Harbor Bay, Juanillo Hills, Poseidonia by Aston River. This is crazy. This just came out July 31st. I guess I have something to talk about. Another video is about to be jacked up tomorrow. This is disgusting. Oh my God, man. Okay, so the question is this. Let's go with the question of the hour. So if you do this, what's the question of the hour for leasing? So are you good with this? I mean, what are they telling you? I have some figures for when it was just going to be regular rentals. It's not even over 10%. So a condo hotel will definitely not be over 10%. Not under these price points. You bought this for $230. There's no way they can rent it. Okay. I'm not going to say no way, but this seems kind of odd. This seems kind of odd. Just a few weeks ago, I found out. Yeah, July 31st. I was there in June, and they started on time clearing land. Lisa Martinez, so, well, I don't know what their phases are, but are you saying you think they're going to finish in 18 months? Well, is that 6 months from now? No, that's more than that. That's like 20 months. I don't know how much of the building they're going to build, but I'm glad to see they're breaking ground right now, too. Quite frankly, this is what Seven Palms is breaking ground too, and they have their first phases in March as well, February, March. But they're in phases, though, so they're not building the whole thing. So it goes throughout the year. So I'm glad that they're busting ground. Hopefully we get some rock movements, some foundations laid down. Then I would feel a lot better about delivery in March or April or May. But if we start thinking about it, you give them the 6 months, that's 2 years. Yeah, breaking ground now is a good sign. Better than waiting until another year from now and it's a year out and then no way they're going to be on time. So this is good news. I'm glad to hear that. I'm not happy to hear about a condo hotel in Dominican Republic without amenities. I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it. So you know what this means? This means we're going to have to do a little something here. I know people are probably like, "Come on, man, get with the stock market or something." Okay, okay, okay. We'll go with some dividend stocks, ORC, ARR, PSEC, AGNC. Why do I use these? Real estate investment trusts. Their stocks have crashed, which means you're going to be into a higher return on your investment. How about 13, 14, 15%? That's where you're going to be at. And the better news is the Federal Reserve is going to reduce the Federal Reserve rate, and mortgage rates are coming down. So that also means that they'll be refinancing their loans to make more profit. They share more profit. Real estate investment trust gives out 90% of their profit goes to the shareholders, something along that line. So you'll have more profits coming in because your loans will get lower. So we'll start with that. Now, one of my favorites, which I can't understand, the Carl Icahn Group, IEP, even though it's not a real estate investment trust, he owns a lot of different, he's in the automotive industry, the retail industry, clothing industry, several things, but the stock price keeps going down. Doesn't make much sense, but it's happening. So, Lisa Martinez, thank you so much for bringing that to our attention because I did not know. They kept this on the back burner. They put it under the PR newswire instead of putting it into Dominican Republic newspapers. This is fascinating. Holy, I'm bent. Let's just call it what it is. All right, Aston Hotel. I don't even know what to look for. I don't even know what to. Aqua Aston. Okay. Yeah. See, they're still in Hawaii under Aqua Aston. Aston Hotels International. Here we go. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we do. If you're going to buy in a hotel, okay, first of all, any investment, if you're going to buy in, unfortunately for Leeson, he's already locked in and didn't even know it. Let me see what they have in Dominican Republic. Do they have anything? Are we going to no, there's nothing. Okay, well, Bali's expensive. Jakarta. Okay, I'll just go with Bali's. Bali, yeah. Aston, Kuta Hotel, Beach Resort. Let's go with Kuta Hotel and Residence. Let's see what they're charging. But this isn't going to really be a Dominican market, though. Located only 5 minutes away. Let's go 13th to the 20th. Going all that way. Let's go with 2 people. Let's see what they're charging. These are obviously condo hotels, probably. Let's see what they're charging. They're saying this is a 4-star. Oh, roof. Okay. Okay. Let's see. 60. We're going to have to. We don't have this in USD. Interesting. This is very bad for me. What is it? RP 6270 to USD. All right, let's see what we got. 39 cents. So that means this has to be 6 million. So that looks like 390. 390 per night, taxes included. Superior 1-bedroom. Wow. Geesh. Yikes. Okay. So now Kuta Hotel and Residences for sale in Jakarta. There it is, where we get our beachfront Java, Indonesia. Go to beachfrontjava.com, use premium code SSN Lifestyle. Here it is. Oh, wait, no, that's not it. SSN Lifestyle, all caps. Go to beachfrontjava.com. Our own Professor Auntie Val and family own that. And they have premium coffee, whole bean, fine ground, drip ground, Keurig, and about 20 different flavors of coffee and tea. You get a discount after your first order for life. Free shipping in the United States. And depending on what type of coffee you like, go check it out. I like something with chocolate inside, so it's like hot chocolate. Let's see, what do they call this? Kuta Hotels for sale. Okay, 198 bedrooms hotel in Kuta. Okay, so Kuta Hotel and Residences does not come up. Hold on. Let's see. Maybe this is a pre-construction. Let's see. New builds in Indonesia. Representative property for sale. Doesn't come up. Not on the screen. So maybe it's not a condo hotel environment. But they're built like condos. All right. So $390 per night included. Tax included. Tax is going to be like damn near 20%. Okay, well, 390 turns into, what is that, 78? So it turns into low threes. 50% is going to be gone. That's what they're going to have to charge at Cap Cana then. Something along these lines. Damn, this is disappointing. Well, I feel for you. Everybody that bought these properties, the Harbor Bays, the Poseidonia, spending all this money thinking you have a nice little condo at Hard Rock, and basically you might as well just stay at the Hard Rock. The reason I'm saying this is because in order for somebody to make their money and it's worthwhile, if you spent $330,000 for a 2-bedroom that sleeps 6, or $230,000 for the 1-bedroom, in order for you to make any sense of this, you're going to have to, this is crazy. To make like $10,000 or $12,000 a year? This is crazy. You're going to have to charge like double. You're going to have to charge 0.2% of the purchase price. So that means you're going to be at $430, roughly. Sheesh. You're going to have to be at 0.15% or Wow. I don't know, man. I don't know. This is crazy. Kids pool, swimming pool, room service, restaurant. Yes. Spa, gym and fitness, kids club, family room. Okay. Rooftop terrace. Yeah, this looks just like a condo hotel. There's really, there's a restaurant there. There's a fitness room there and a spa there, but so what? After that, outdoor activity, whatever, this is crazy. All right, I'm not a fan. So, Lisa, can you get out of your contract if you wanted to? That's what I want to know. So there is no contractual recourse for changing the basic structure of the contract. That's what I want to know. This is new. All of a sudden, Kaya condo hotel, Aston is over there doing this. Wyndham and Aston and whoever else is over there trying to do this. This is something new, and from a developer standpoint, I can see why they would do this. Because now they get to charge you extra, except not Noval. Noval's the only one that doesn't charge extra. At least their contracts used to not charge extra. Everybody else, though, who has condo hotel concept, you're going to be paying extra for the development of the property, because they have things in there through up to 3%. Then we can charge you more. So all these type of things is going to be very interesting. Buying assets is now getting scary in the DR. Man, they're messing up our business, this business of ours. How do you do this? This is not even a thing. This is not good. This is not good at all. Geesh, I'll lose. Lisa, what do you mean? No, I'm not saying, I mean, I understand most of the contracts. If you back out, then they keep 20, 30, 40% of whatever you put down, or 20, whatever. You're going to lose a chunk. What I'm asking you is, when they told you that it's going to be a condo hotel, did they give you an option to say, okay, this isn't what I signed up for. Can I just get my money back and go on, or whatever? You might want to keep it, but I'm just saying, because now they're going to come at you because a one bedroom could be like $300 and some $1,000 on the open market, right? So now you're going to think, okay, I have a, equity, but the fact of the matter is, you don't know what you really have, because have they even really sold condo hotel units? In fact, no, I'm not saying, okay, that's what yeah. I'm not saying I'll lose some money if I pull out. No, I'm not saying pull out. What I'm saying is, that they give you an offer and say, hey, we're going to change this to where Aston, and this is a condo hotel now, which also triggers the next question that you should be asking. So how long can I stay here? That should be your next question. And then you need to find out, do they charge you for staying there? Is the other thing. So those are the type of questions. But the number one, if you wanted to back out, could you? And they give you a full refund. That's what I want to know. And everybody who owns at Harbor Bay, Poseidonia, and the other three, Riviera Bay, which is at Connor Rock, by the way. Ooh, man, all these people don't even know. That's crazy. That is crazy. Can't wait to close on my Connor Rock property, especially now that I'm retired. Plan to stay there for extended periods of time. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Most people would be like, I leave whenever I feel like it. Just remember, when you stay over a month, the government, when you depart, you're going to owe money. They charge you taxes, all right, for staying there. And I was sitting there like, come on, man. I'm spending all this money on the island. You're going to charge me on the exit? I'm not living here for free. You guys charge me 18% for everything I buy. Now I'm paying 18% to leave. $120, I think it was, because I was there past 30 days. Crazy. Yeah, Victor Morero, what's going to be interesting is this. So now this is for people who do not own in a condo hotel. Victor Morero just got a reprieve, because the way things were going, there was no way that he was going to be able to charge like $300 per night unless he had Ocean View. Well, even then, I don't think he was going to be able to get $300 per night when everybody has 2-bedroom penthouses. They're marketing them for 100, 120, 130, 140, 150. Now with Poseidonia having 2 properties there, that's going to be managed by Aston, at least 2. Who knows about whatever anybody else is doing there? And they clearly can't charge 230 a night or 300 a night for a 1-bedroom. If a person pays 230, man, a 2-bedroom for 335,000, they can't charge just 300 a night. They're going to have to charge more. But then everybody that lives at the other 2-bedroom penthouse units, they're going to be charging 100, 150. And man, this is crazy right now. This is blowing me away. I can't even comprehend all this right now. Yeah, I'm going to find out what's the deal in writing. Still in the beginning process of this agreement. What do you mean? Hold on, Lisa. When did you buy at Juanillo Hills? I mean, is this something you just bought, or is this something you bought like a year and a half, 2 years ago? Let us know. But I'm concerned. I'm really, really concerned. I mean, Jesus, that's concerning. We were going to talk about stocks and everything else with the stock market going up and down. This is a great night to talk about that because, there's certain things you got to watch out for. NVIDIA right now is down to the low 100s. It dropped under 100. Some of these other AMDs and other things. Somebody asked me, what's the top two stocks? And I said, NVIDIA and Apple. And most people sleep on the Apple. It's the reason why Apple has a built-in fan base of customers that will buy anything new. Then they have their own chip making that they decide to bring in-house, which also means their AI chips in-house to use with their products. Sure, they might use NVIDIA for a minute, but now after they get up to speed, which will take them only 3 years or less, they'll be sitting there pretty, and they'll have their cost of the chip direct without having gone through a third party. So that puts them in the game of AI and everything else when they're making their own chips. So now their phones are different, their own chips. They don't have to rely on other suppliers, the Qualcomm or whoever. So that changes the game for them. So that's going to be very, very interesting. All right. Victor Morel. This is scary. If condo hotels are the tendency, we're perhaps missing something here. Looks like this is a new concept for that area. Now I'm curious to know the details. Victor Morel, we're not missing anything. All we're missing is that they just jacked people. That's all. Look, I'm going to tell you guys right now. This I'm going to predict. I do not. Okay, here we go. People are staying. Victor Marrero, he stays at the Hard Rock. Victor Marrero, when you stay at the Hard Rock, how much do you spend for your, let's just say per night? If you've stayed, I know you stayed there like a year or two back, but how much do you stay? Did you spend 450, 500 per night? Because that's what it used to be. All inclusive. Water park, shows, any of the freaking 6, 7, 8 restaurants. I don't even know how many they have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, they got like 7. Yeah, I think they got 8 or 9. Now they got 9. Yeah, there might be 10. There might be 10 in there. So you can go eat at any of these restaurants, all inclusive, unlimited drinks. Go out to the beach, no cost. Okay, so how much am I going to stay at the condo hotel then, where I get nothing? You think I'm going to spend $400 or $300 per night to stay in a 1-bedroom unit where I have a pool and a restaurant? Seriously. I mean, come on. That's crazy right now. It's worth it to me to pay the extra 100, 150, 200 per day if you're going to charge me that, because that's how much I'm going to spend if I eat lunch and dinner or breakfast and dinner. 100, well, but still, we're going to be that close. So it's worth it just to say, okay, I'll pay the extra 50. Who cares? I have all these other amenities. I'll go play some mini golf and go. I mean, come on. This is crazy. I can't get 0.1%. How am I going to charge people $330 a night and give my investor a great return? Because if I have to take 50%, that means they're only going to do 150 per night. And if I have to, this is crazy. If I do 150 per night times 180, that's 27 G's. That's about, for the 1-bedroom at 230, that's a little over 10%. But I don't know if we're going to get the 300 because we have an 18% rate. We have an 18% tax in the DR. Man, so if I charge $300 per night We have to charge 300 times 18%. So that means we're going to be at 360 minimum is what's going to have to be charged. And out of that, that's going to be close to 400 per night. And a person just flew over there that's going to cost them 400, 800, 1,000 just to get there. Well, transportation going to be included. Man, this is going to be upscale. This is going to be, okay, well, Cap Cana, Poseidonia, Riviera Bay, which is also in Canarock. Riviera Bay's in Canarock. Those are upscale areas, but I don't know about this 400 per night though. 395 per night. I just don't know about that. That's high risk. That's high risk. That's too high risk for me. Too high risk. All right, 2023 I bought, but as far as the Aston agreement, it's new, so they are still in the process of getting me that info. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Well, hopefully, Lisa, and you come back on Monday night and let us know what they tell you. That's what I want to. Let me know if you can back out. I'm not saying you would. Just let me know if that's a thing, and let us know what they are actually saying that they're going to rent the units for to give you a great return. And then you need to go down that list of asking them, how long can I stay here? Do I have to pay to stay here besides my HOA fees? Well, my monthly HOA is going to be due regardless, but how long can I stay here? Is it going to be 30 days max or 60 days max? And if you do come and you have your unit, or want to come and you have your unit, then somebody else is staying in there, what happens? Generally, they're going to say, well, we're going to move you to a like unit. Everybody has the same furniture. So that's like unit, like a timeshare, right? Wow. Just wow. Just wow. 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 I do not like it. I get the military nightly rate, but even with that, it costs us not less than 400 per night. But normally it's higher. Oh, by the way, it's the cheapest Caribbean room. There are rooms for over 1K. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, though. See, that's what I'm saying. So you hit it exactly where I was going with this, Victor Morel. Yeah, they have rooms for 13, 14, 15, 2,000, 3,000. But what I'm trying to say is when we go to the Hard Rock, you can get rooms for 400, 500 per night. And well, let's just say it's 500. Well, in order for my client to make money and he has a 1-bedroom, I have to charge $230 plus tax minimum plus probably some other fees. I would imagine they're going to charge 300 and something per night. So then the question for a person that's coming to visit is going to be, okay, but if I want to go, I can't go to the Hard Rock. And if I want to go to the beach, I got to go through that beach club and I got to pay, what is it? $35 per person, $70 per day. And then I got to get something to eat twice a day. So now you're like, that's an extra, like I said, $200, let's just say. So if I'm going to pay 300 versus 500, I'm doing the 500 because now I'm staying in Hard Rock. That's my point. I don't understand how this just can't work. This is not good. This is not good. Well, okay, some people will say it's good, but for me, I'm not recommending condo hotels. That's all I'm going to tell you right now. So see, I can't even sell these properties for them. I'm not doing it because I want people to win. I want to be able to extract value. So if you're at 7 Palms and you have a 1-bedroom and you bought it for 140 and you can charge 175 because it's across the street from the beach and you have that man-made beach view, You run it yourself with check-in, self-check-in, and then all you got to do is get some housekeeper to come by and $45. You're going to win because you're going to put yourself at 15 to 20%. And that's if you just charge 140 a night. If you did 175 to 200, then you're going to be over 20% annually every year if you get a 50% return or a 50% occupancy rate. This right here is risky because now you're going to pay unknown. Oh, by the way, Lisa, you need to put in how much are they going to charge you for management? And are you going to be in a rental pool now? And does your unit have golf course views? Because now that's going to be a premium. That'll have a higher price, right? So golf course pool views. It seems like everybody might have pool views at Juanillo Hills, but does everybody have golf course views or pool views? Because I think there's units on the back side, right? So what's the views look like? So now all that matters. So I don't know. I don't know how this is going to shake out, but Victor Morell's right when he said, look, condo hotels. First of all, these condo hotels, that means they're going to charge more money. Just like what's happening right now. What these guys are doing, just like what Oasis Lake is doing. $250,000 for the top floor unit at Oasis Lake, Caribbean Lake Park. Now, Caribbean Lake Park is slightly different, but they also started saying condo hotel, which in this case, I feel a little better because it meets the one criteria. They have all these amenities that cost people money to go somewhere else to use them. So therefore, their rate is going to be built in, so they will get a higher rate. That's the difference. Because it costs $100 per day. Well, $129, $149 to use the Caribbean Lake Park in prime time for adults. So that's $300. So they can easily say $300 per night, $350 per night, because that includes the water park. Not only can you go use the cable pulling water ski, but you can go rock climbing, you can go zip lining. You have all these other things you can go to. So it's worth it. So they could get the money. Well, they will. I mean, they can charge $350 a night for two people because they can rationalize. Because this is going to cost you $300 anyhow. So, and if you don't want the package, it's going to cost you $250. Either way, they're going to win. So that's going to help the owners. But it's still a condo hotel concept. That Wyndham, well, they haven't picked anybody yet. I just told them don't do it. Don't do it. Because the other part with Oasis Lake is they make you pay after your third year. You have to pay $800 per year. By the way, Mo, if you're still listening, they charge $800 a year is what they're saying it's going to be for the silver package for up to 30 years. So that's a good thing too. But now that means that Aston must have, not Aston, Wyndham might have a different how long I can stay program. Can I rent this out myself? Maybe they have something in there. Because otherwise, why am I going to pay for the silver package if they do that? That doesn't make any sense. But anyhow, it's not my cross to bear. And I'm not a buyer in any of these condo hotels. But again, cruise on land is one. Similar, somewhat. Larimar, well, they're coming out, but Larimar, when they get built, some of the buildings, well, I think more of the buildings are going to be condo hotels now. Paradise Tower 2 is going to be a condo hotel. Man, this is bad. And again, condo hotels, again, how much can you charge? This is the thing. How much can look? I'm baffled by this. I'm really upset. You guys have no idea because you guys were winning. You were winning. $230,000 in Cap Cana with a golf course view. Yeah, I could easily see you can charge 230, 240, 250 per night. Manage it yourself, or 25% to management. You're still going to make your 230 back if you had 50% occupancy. I could easily see that. You're good. In order to make that same scenario work, we have to charge more money for a condo hotel for you to make the same amount of money. And is 400 going to be good? 375 going to be good? That seems like an awful lot of money, even in Cap Cana, for a one-bedroom condo. And 300 and some thousand by, and charging people 400 to 450 per night. When you have all-inclusive, well, over there, the all-inclusive is probably more than that. But I just don't get it. I can't even right now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is blew my mind. Lisa Martinez, thank you so much for coming in here tonight. Come back on Monday. Let us know what you find out. You need to find out, really. I mean, seriously, what your situation is, because if these guys have the normal rules where you can only stay in your unit 30 to 60 days if you planned on staying in the first place, and you need to find out if they're going to charge you to stay in it, you need to find out all these things. This is not right. Telling people after they buy that you're going to have a condo hotel. And I have a feeling Kaya all of a sudden started their condo hotel, right? So the question is, what other properties are going to go condo hotels in downtown? Is Ensaya now going to be one? Who else is going to be one? We already know Palace Suites is going to be one. Central Park is not, but Central Park, all they have is a pool and a fitness center. Or not even a fitness center, a fitness room. The room's no more than 20 by 15. Maybe 25 by 15. I don't know. It's small. I mean, all they can have is cardio machines in there. So, man, this changes the landscape. This also changes some things. That means Vista Cana, Atlanta, which they're not on the list yet for Aston. Chuckham is supposed to be a condo hotel inside Vista Cana, and they're supposed to be, well, that's the only one so far. That means these are premiums. That gives them higher value because you have amenities. These other places are going to be condo hotels charging who knows how much with no amenities. Palace Suites, okay, they have a pool, they got a lounge area, I think they have a restaurant, but that's downtown too. I mean, now Jesus, this is crazy. Congratulations for everybody who bought their units 250 and under. That's all I can say. That's not in a condo hotel environment. Because now, if you keep adding these condo hotels, I just don't see how they can just charge $170 per night when people bought units for $230 for a one bedroom. And then they're going to have to give up 40, 50% of that, $100 per night. Even if you did 21 nights, 70%, you made $2,100. That's crazy. That's crazy. 2,100. Well, first of all, you're not going to have 70%, I don't think. All right. This brings up a whole new ball game. Condo hotels by Aston. And Wyndham is apparently on the island doing the same thing, which is scary. Wow. Hotel Management. See, I just Googled it right now to see if Wyndham, yeah, Ultra Samana, Viva. Wow. Yeah, they're doing Viva Michis by Wyndham coming in. Wow. Grand Palladium by Wyndham is a Wyndham hotel, apparently. Or is it their Wyndham vacation club situation? La Romana, Viva Dominicus. Wow. Wyndham is getting their hands into places. Playa Hotels and Resorts. Oh, wow. Rebranded as Wyndham. Jesus. Okay. Well, there's a new model, everybody. A new sheriff has come to town promising these guys probably a kickback. They're probably offering a kickback, obviously. So the owner gets his money. Some of the kickback from the management fee goes to the developers. That's the only reason they would sign up for this, because they get reoccurring money for the rest of their life. Well, yeah, rest is as long as they own, which also creates a higher value for the property itself. So they can always resell it as a unit, not the unit itself, because it'll be deeded to you, I'm assuming. But also, Lisa, here's another thing you need to consider. Everybody that just found out they have a condo hotel, you better call up the mortgage companies in the DR, because you need to find out those cannot be secondary homes because you can't live in it. So what is it if you need financing? I don't even know the answer to this because nobody was really promoting. I knew Palace Suites was condo hotels. There's probably another one that I Chuckham Condo Hotel inside Vistacon. But this thing that's happening now, you might not be able to finance it. It's not a second home. This is partial ownership or something. I don't know what this is, but you need to find out what the Dominican banks count this as when you actually are in a condo hotel. In fact, why don't I do it this way? Check this out. Just so you guys know, I'm not talking reckless. Here, let me get this on screen. You better, okay. Can you finance a condo hotel unit? Okay, and well, I know I'll go with Vegas because that's a market. Okay, let's see. Yes, financing for condo hotels is generally available. Condo hotels are common in popular tourist cities. Yes. Condo, okay. So now, can you finance a condo hotel unit in Dominican Republic? Let's see what they got. Mortgage financing has been very difficult. Wait, what? Obtaining financing in the Dominican Republic has been very difficult. Okay. Why are they? Condo hotels are often considered commercial properties. Oh, man. Rather than residential, which can impact the terms and requirements of the loans. Okay, this might be USA. So we can't go by that. What is downside? Operational costs. Yes, all the time. It goes on to condo owners. Property taxes, other operational costs. Exactly. Can you make money with a condo hotel? Yeah, you can, but that's not what we want to know. Condo hotel loans. This is Alpine. Okay. You guys need to find out. In fact, I'm going to go find out too. On Monday, I'll have an answer for at least a bank or two. This is scary. You need to find out with the bank right now if you can finance condo hotels. What do they look at them as? Because I don't think they're going to count those as residential. You can't live in it for 365 days. So now what? All right. I'm saddened by this. Asset buying opportunities, ladies and gentlemen, we didn't even get to. This is incredible. We didn't even get to this. Sadriol, 516. Utan Garcia, I see you, man. This has been a good conversation tonight for all those people who just now found out that they own it condo hotels. Are you kidding me right now? If you bought with Noval, you now have a condo hotel. If you bought Reserve Real, which is the one that's by Cocatal, Reserva Real, that people have been waiting 5 years for, 6 years coming up. Harbor Bay by Aston, Juanillo Hills, Poseidonia, Riviera Bay. This is crazy. Oh, and Coral Cove by Aston. Congratulations, you just now have a condo hotel. And you need to find out some serious questions. I think I know the answers, but you need to find out. 1, what's the management fee? 2, how long can I stay there? If you ever wanted to stay there at all, but you could find out. And after you, then you back it up with, do I have to pay when I stay here? I mean, that might give them an idea, but all I'm saying is that's what they do in Vegas. Because you bought a condo hotel, so you're not supposed to stay here. So they penalized you if you want to stay in your own unit. Can I get financing? I don't know. In DR for a condo hotel. Because you don't live in it, so it's not a secondary residence nor a primary residence. It's an investment. So I think they're going to treat it as a commercial as well. And now that's going to be a problem, because then they're going to say, well, what's the return, or how much does it make? And there's no way to figure it out. Even if they said 6 or 7%, your interest is going to be more than that in the DR. If you get a loan, it has to be in the DR. You can't use a USA bank or any other bank. So your loan or remaining balance, whether it's 20% in most cases for Noval, in this case that we're talking about with leasing, we're talking about 46,000 is 20. Yeah, 46,000. You would get a loan for 46,000 at, let's just call it 8.5, 9%. That means $400 per month, roughly, probably some $360, something like that. And that's only for 1 or 2 years. Even if you're able to get that note, then it turns into an adjustable rate loan with over 12%, 11, 12% interest. Unless the commercials loans are different, which they could be, but this would be considered a normal investment. Like you're buying a hotel and you don't live there. I mean, this would be a commercial investment is what they're saying. So I believe they would deem that the same way in the DR. Okay. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have to wrap this up tonight. We got some new information, and I'm not really feeling it at all. And there you go, in case you missed it. I'm going to put it in the chat room because I'm ranting and raving because I'm a little pissed right now. I'm really, really pissed right now. And I became a broker for Noval because of their no increase in price. So you're paying ahead. So it was no problem paying $230 for a 1-bedroom, because on delivery, that's how much 1-bedrooms are going to be going for 4 years out. So I can't be too mad. You're fully furnished. You're good to go. But this thing about giving you an extra 10 to 20 to 25% in management and maintenance cost, potentially, because you need to ask the question, how much am I going to be charged? What's their fee? What's the HOA? Why am I paying the HOA of this high rate if it's actually a condo hotel all along? Why am I paying this $2 per square meter or more when I don't even get used to the facility all year long? So who's paying this? This is just wild to me. Hopefully you guys understand what I'm saying. If I live in a place and I decide if I can live in a place 12 months a year and then I decide to rent it, then I think, okay, I'm renting it for my money. And so therefore I get the money for the rent. So therefore that I have every reason to expect I should pay the HOA. But if you tell me I can only stay there 30 days and now you're renting it out to other people, why am I going to pay full HOA fees? I mean, that doesn't make much sense. I don't live there. And you're charging people to stay there. So why don't you're going to have to take it from them. Why am I paying it? And they're probably going to say, yeah, you're right. Whatever's left over from the rental, we're going to apply towards your HOA. I mean, this is crazy. This is crazy right now. I'm not liking it. I never like condo hotels unless it's a timeshare, because then I can pick the primetime weeks so I can always get the highest rate. I can get the dynamic rate. While I'll use a perfect example, I always say New Orleans. The Essence Festival came last month. Prime time. Charge a lot of money. But after the Essence Festival until now, you're not going to be able to charge $3.99 a night for a studio unit. Let's get real. All right. So that's a limited exposure. So you make your money and you're out. So that's why I had, I don't remember, like 10 units at one time. So you start making for a weekend, you know, you're doing the double digits, 10,000, 15,000, things like that, because you have so many units, exponentials. This right here this condo hotel doesn't allow you to set up for exponentials because you don't have the profit. You can't just say, I just want to stick with these, you know, the Jazz Festival in New Orleans or the Essence Festival, the BET Essence Festival, Prime Time, Mardi Gras, where you know you can rent at these highest rates and you know you're going to get it. So exponentials do you no good here. Does you no good to buy more than 1 unit, 2 units, 3 units. Unless, of course, the rental rates make sense. You'd have to $450, $400. I don't know. 18% tax. So remember this. If anybody's come back from Dominican Republic and you stayed in a hotel, you can bust out your receipt and now you're going to see the charges. 18% is going to be the tax. They might have even added another 10%. And if you ate at the restaurant, then yes, there could be another 10% fee. I'm just saying, you just never know what all these extra charges are going to be. You need to find this out ASAP, or figure out if there's an exit that they're going to allow you to get out since you didn't know you were buying a condo hotel. Because I'm thinking on these Noval properties, I'm thinking everybody was going to own their unit. You rent it out yourself or not. Now we find out you're in a condo hotel situation, which wasn't your agreement when you bought the place. This is just not right on all levels unless they're going to give you a full refund. But then a full refund means, damn, my money's been locked up for over a year or two. And Reserva Real, a condo hotel that's taken 5-6 years to build, really? What the heck? 6 years? This is crazy, man. And that Coral Cove, I've never even heard of. So I don't even know if that's something that's from years ago. All right. Well, Noval people, I don't know what to tell you. This is a shocker. And this also, now I'm sitting there like, okay, does Aston own any of these units? This would make some sense as well. To condo hotels they manage. Let's see what they got to say. Can anyone explain them to me? They're better than average hotels and condo hotels. Oh, that's a tug. You know what? Somebody's going to ask this question. I just want to go see this. Or these timeshares. They don't seem to be, but if they are just large apartment complexes, why are they listed on Interval International? There we go. This is from 2023. Aston properties all over Hawaiian Islands. Oh, there they go. Remember, I told you guys they're still there, but I don't remember seeing any Astons. Maybe they came back, but they used to be all over Hawaiian Islands, like I told you. This is 2023. They're saying they are listed on Interval International, which is a type C. This is what I'm saying. This is so they are going to implement their vacation club into this. They must have a vacation club then. Oh, look at here, ladies and gentlemen. If it's the Aston I'm thinking of, they are a management company. Some of the properties they manage include timeshare unit where we own Maui Lea at Maui Hill. There are timeshare units, some fully owned units and rental units through Aston. Aqua Aston inspires escapes through Hawaii. Oh, okay. So they still are on the island. They're called Aqua Aston. Okay. Because I don't remember seeing them over there in the last 20, 30 years, but they used to be huge. They must have made Marriott Vacations Worldwide acquires ILG. Oh, here we go. And is the parent company of Aqua Aston Holdings and its subsidiaries and brands, including Aqua Aston Hospitality, Aqua Hotels and Restaurants, Aston Hotels and Resorts. Oh, my goodness. Oh, wow. These are just like getaways, European capital cities. Oh, wow. I used to Interval International Tug Dealing and Timeshare. Wow. The Marriott part, which I also read, was confusing as well. So they're either timeshares, single condo complexes. Okay, well, Aston is owned by Marriott now. Wow. I'm not mad at them. I'm not mad. Thanks for the. We're familiar with the island. We don't care about beach access, just great locations. I keep telling people, great locations beats the beach access and the amenities. It's unlikely. New member Signal and maybe a few others. So see, you heard what these people are saying. This is from 2023, November of 2023. This discussion on Tug. Timeshare Users Group. Wow. Why? Oh, look at this. This is on CoStar. CoStar, in case you guys aren't familiar with them, this is where you find commercial properties. All right. Meaning apartment buildings of, 20, 30, 100 units, hotels even for sale. Why not both? Okay, they can't be both, man. Unless you're going to do something like half of the properties one and half the other. I mean, comprised of individuals can choose to join a rental program that is run by a third-party manager. Once owners join this pool, their condo units can be rented and operated just like hotel rooms. Aqua manages several different types of properties, including condo hotel units in Hawaii. They provided with accounting They are provided with accounting, revenue management, sales, marketing, cleaning, and maintenance service, as well as protection from liability when their units are rented as hotel units. We also manage the front desk operations of the condo hotel properties. Of course you do. And we work in partnership with owners and owners associations when it comes to public spaces. Yes, of course you do. Spaces is lobby, pool. See, this is what I'm talking about. Your HOAs could be whatever. Not every condo hotel management is operating the same way. This means owners who choose to rent out their units usually want to rent through on-site rental management companies. Complications can occur when they rent on their own. Yeah, exactly. Most of the time, condo hotels means you have to sign up with their rental program. It's rare that they're going to allow you to let you use your own, because then your own, they're not making the money. That defeats the whole purpose. Condo hotels also throw another program into the mix, the Condo Owners Association, which is different from the rental program and comes with a different fee. Tell me about it. You got the HOA. There's a complexity with individual owners who get confused with what is the condo association and what is the rental program. Everyone there is paying the condos association, but not everyone is part of the rental program. Wow, that's with the Remingtons. That's the Remington groups. So there is more than one way. His unit is fine. Another wants to put in the finest furnishings, but now you have a 3-star room next to a 5-star room. This is why they don't let you do your own furnishings. That's why they do the full furnished and all the same. So then you can just switch out units. This is maddening. Well, congratulations to everybody that has purchased their units that are not condo hotel units inside the Dominican Republic. Now everybody has to start asking when they buy the units, is this going to be a condo hotel unit? And put in your contract, if you change to a condo hotel, I get a full refund within a week. After a week, 10% every month. Well, 20% every month. With arbitration instead of going to a lawsuit if you don't pay it. I'm just saying, because these dudes are shady as hell over in the DR. I'm on tens of thousands of dollars. These dudes don't want to pay up. All right? So that's what we're dealing with over there. So if they're going to condo hotels, you better protect yourselves. And if you're buying a new pre-construction project over there in the DR, you better protect yourself and start putting some language in your contracts for everybody that has new contracts or thinking about it. You need to make sure that it's not going to be a condo hotel. And if they do, you have every right to get 100% of your money back within a week. And even then, you're still probably going to go to court or arbitration. You're going to go to arbitration, whatever the case may be. Penalized 20% a month, whatever you got to do. So then when you sue them, it'll be worthwhile. I'm just saying, you can't be playing with these clowns over there anymore. This is clown activity right now. Okay, I'll give you the other side of the coin. The reason why it wouldn't be clown activity, we'll just go with it. The real deal is, from a developer standpoint, it makes sense for them. From an investor standpoint, it's sketchy. If it's going to make sense for you, you have to know your numbers pretty good. If you buy something for $250,000, I mean, are you really going to make 5% a year or 10% a year under their management fees, however much they are? Is it going to be in a pool? Is it not going to be in a pool? If it's not in a pool, then that means you could fall within 30% of units that aren't rented, or 20% of the units that aren't rented week after week, because people pick the pool unit on the first floor and the second and third and fourth floor before they pick the parking lot views on the backside. I mean, this could all come up. You need to know the answers. All right, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you smash that like button. I'm a little detested. I'm really upset about these new revelations for all the owners over there. I'm just happy you guys got in early that did not buy under, I don't think you need, okay, first of all, so far, nobody's bought in any of the Noval properties because I didn't really promote Noval. I just became a broker. My SSN Lifestyle SRL became a broker with Noval just 2 months ago. So we did not sell anything at Poseidonia because it's too expensive. And now it's a great thing because it's a condo hotel. And there's no stipulation in their contracts that I know of that says anything about condo hotel, any restrictions on how long you can stay in the unit or anything. There's no mention anywhere. So I'm going to have to go look now. I haven't been in the docs department since probably this last week or two. So therefore, it came out July 31st, came out this press release. This is astonishing. If they're going to this model, then everybody who already purchased at the lower prices, you win. because you're going to be able to maintain your price point of 0.1%. Relatively easy. One bedrooms were 100,000, 79,000, 80,000. Sure, you'll be able to rent for $80 a night, $90 a night, $100 a night, and then you find yourself a management or have self check-in with the electronic doors. I'm trying to think. Out of all the places I stayed at Stanza Mar, they had electronic check-in. It worked fine. Checked in, checked out, gone. The person didn't have a management company. Perfect. That worked out real well. And then they sent their own housekeepers because they have their own code to go in and clean up. Pretty simple. But they're using Airbnb. Pay 3%. And that option you're going to want if the condo hotels are charging you 40 or 50%. Okay, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a little detested. I don't think this is cool news at all. This is not really cool news. Not for everybody that's bought there and then finding out they have condo hotel units. That's just wrong. And with all that said, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And I know it's hard out here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry we didn't get back into the stock market that much, but it's okay. It's all right. Because why? You have AMD. You have the Apple Play. You have the TSMC. Go check it out. Go study. You have the JEPI. You have the JEPQ, JEPI. You have that. That's standard. You want 9 to 10.5% return on your money right now. That's what you go into. You want to do something else? Then study. IWMY, FEPI. Go look at those dividend stocks, yieldmaxetfs.com. See what their rate of returns are. The underlying stock is going to be in Amazon and Netflix, Nvidia, things like that, Apple, and more. Go see where you can get a high rate of return where you're still liquid because you're going to have a brokerage account. If you haven't downloaded Robinhood and Webull, please use the links down below. That'd be greatly appreciated. Get your free shares of stock. All right. That's one thing you can do. If you don't even want to go do that route, you know what? If you want to earn 5% or 5.5%, then join Wealthfront. Wealthfront. The link is down below. They can manage your money. 0% cost. If you put in $500 up to $4,900, there's zero management cost. As soon as you go into the 5,000 and up, that's when they charge a management fee. But savings account, 5.5% right now. See, this is what I'm saying. And liquid, because you can withdraw, redeem. So I'm just saying you have opportunities. If you're going to go do something like 10%, less like 5%, 6%, 3%, 4%. Come on. And if you're going to buy these condo hotels, you need to know what they're charging because you have to figure out how much you're going to make. I don't even know if they know what they can charge in 2 years. I just don't know how you can just figure that out. I know what I can charge right now for about 6 months to probably 7 or 8 months out, but I have no idea what I'm going to be able to charge in 2026 when now you have more than 10 million visitors by air coming to the island or maybe not. You see, this is what I'm saying. There's little things that could happen if people have to come to the island and they know they have to spend $3,000. Is Dominican Republic like Hawaii, where people don't mind spending $300,000, or is it in that category? You see where I'm going with this? It has to. I don't know where this is all going to sit out now because the condo hotels just can't charge it. I don't think they're going to charge $150 a night for a 1-bedroom or $125 a night plus tax. I don't think that's going to be a thing. I think people are going to have to pay like $200 or more, just like you do AC hotel, which generally is $134. Then when they add the tax, it ends up being $180, $190 per night. I think that's where it's going to be. That's where it's going to sit, somewhere around there. So this is a shocker. Lisa, thank you so much for mentioning this because in my next Dominican Republic Weekly, that's what I'm going to have to show because I'm pretty sure, man, Noval's pretty good on sending out messages, but they didn't tell me about this condo hotel situation because I'm not selling any condo hotels. Just like Kaya, I find out it's a condo hotel. Oasis Lake, which would have been in my top 10, they started talking about it might be a condo hotel. So I had to park the brakes. I can't sell their stuff anymore. I don't believe in condo hotels because they take a big chunk of your money. If they said, okay, it's only going to be 20, 25% like we normally do management fees, HOA, yes, it's going to be $1.50 to $2 HOA fees. Good. That's just like if you own there, but you still have the same one problem. I didn't buy this where I'm just going to rent it out. I figured I'd stay there for a month or two occasionally. That's the other feature to this. So if I can't stay there a month or two, then what are we talking about here? Then I'm just buying like an investment vehicle. And that could be anything. That could be 5.5% with Wealthfront. Wealthfront link is down below. That could be me buying a CD for 4.5 for 3 years or whatever, 5 years. That could be buying treasury bills. I mean, this is crazy. Single digits is what we're looking at generally, unless they think they can charge like $300 or $400 per night for 1-bedroom units, equally for 2-bedroom units. That's a tall task. And if you start charging $300 or $400 per night, that means your place has to be an upscale luxury location, because otherwise I'm looking at an all-inclusive hotel. You know what? We're going to end this right now, but not quite yet. Why? Because I'm going to do this right here just to prove the point I'm trying to make. And then I'll have to do my video where I'm going to show some other things. Or just go to my video, Condo Hotels, Pros and Cons. Go check that out. All right, let's go see this right now. Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, not Uruguay. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go. Oh, okay. This is November. Let's go see what it looks like. This is 2 adults. I'm at the condo hotel at Poseidonia. The 1-bedroom unit costs $170 or $210 or $230 or $250. Most of them are gone already, so everybody's over $200,000 right now. So, is the condo hotel going to? What's the condo hotel going to charge? So, I'm looking for all inclusive. See, this is a problem right here. Here's $345 all inclusive at Malia Punta Cana, adults only. Dreams Royal Beach, Caribbean Princess, Occidental, all inclusive, $120 a night. Are we serious right now? Oh, see, this is a problem. Then this is not even cool right now. Granted, that's November, but this is crazy. These are all inclusive. Maybe they don't have the water park and all that, but are these okay? I'm just gonna go click on this. See, this is what I'm saying. This food may not even be that good, but 172 per night for 2 people and all inclusive at the beach. That wow. All inclusive, meals and drinks, free parking to boot, but it looks like wait, that's Hilton Ramana. 425. It's Hilton Ramana, 4.5%. I mean 4.5 star on the beach. Okay, but this is crazy. But La Romana, you get to charge more money, but still, this is only $400 a night. So this was what I was actually talking about. If I'm over at La Romana by eBay and I buy a 2-bedroom for, what are they going for now? $290, $330. Am I going to be able to charge? I don't think I'm going to be able to charge $400. clearly, because if it's going to cost $425 for a couple to go stay at the all-inclusive La Romana Hilton, eat, drink, and be merry, then why am I going to spend $250 a night at the other spot? I'll eat $200 a day per person. 100. Okay, for each of us, let's just say thrifty. $100, $200. So if it costs me $250 to stay at the condo Airbnb, then I might as well just stay here for $425 and have all inclusive. This is crazy. This is crazy right now. Oh, you guys can't see this, so it doesn't matter. Hold on. I don't know what happened. You guys didn't see the Bavaro Princess either. Here goes another one. Buy eBay Princess. I'm sure you're pretty sure these aren't the top. Well, 8.2 rating. $1,022 for the week. That's less than $150 a night. This can't be right. I'm going to click on this too. This cannot be right. There must be tax added later. Let's go look. It has to be 18% tax at least, right? And I don't know if they add the 10%. Let's see what we got. Can we get something on screen, please? Okay, I was going to wrap it up, but we're still here. Everybody on Instagram, Twitch, thank you guys so much. For being here on podcasts. Thank you for staying. Discounts. This is crazy. This is crazy to me right now. Okay, this isn't working well. Too many windows open. And I forgot to do something tonight. Man, this would not be good, but it doesn't really matter. Don't need to see my face, right? Oh, good. It's not on a 480p. All right. There we go. All right. Just so you guys know, you're not going to be able to see this, so I'll just say what it is. $172 per night. 1145, one left. Studio unit sleeps 2. Bungalow suite 172, $1,207. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, all beverages included. Now, this is at some, I've never stayed at this place. I'm just Bavaro. It was just cheap. There was a bunch that was under $200, so I just picked this one. 172 ends up being $1,200. That's less than $200 a night. And now this is what I'm saying. Don't pick condos with pools, fitness center, and restaurant only. Because now you can't even charge. Clearly, you can't charge $200 a night when somebody can just go stay all inclusive for that. Unless you want to. You can defy the odds, but highly not recommended. All right, I'm going to wrap this up, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you stay safe out here. I thank everybody for watching. Thank you for listening to me. You can always hit me up in our WhatsApp group. Look through the chat room. Let me see if I can still put it in the chat room for you now. SSN Nation and Lifestyle. And make sure you go to our own Professor Antival at Beachfront Java. Oh, man, I have all these windows open. Go to beachfrontjava.com, put in SSN Lifestyle, premium coffee, premium teas, 1 pound, half pound, 5 pound bags, up to 5 pounds. All of that comes into play for you. It should be awesome. This is crazy right now. I can't even. This blows me away about the condo hotels. This changes the game. A lot of people are going to be very happy who do not have condo hotels because those people are going to have to charge more. Now, the other thing is Airbnb on Dominican Republic Island, they're going to actually charge tax. Just a matter of when. And I'm hoping they don't do 18%. But again, all of you who bought below 250, you'll be able to absorb this, kind of. If it was known that this tax was going to come up earlier, then I would have went below. I'd have said 225 would be the benchmark. Take off about $25. But nonetheless, you still would be kind of in the ballpark. So most people have taken heed to those numbers. So therefore, you won't be burnt too much. You'll still be in the 10% to 15% range for your return on investment, which I wholeheartedly need. And then in a few years, you'll be able to raise the rental price, hopefully at least another 10%. So then you'll be into the 15 to 20% range. All right. So again, make sure you stay safe out here. I love you guys very much. Thank you so much for your support. And I didn't put in the WhatsApp before I go into the chat room. Get your free stocks from Robinhood and Webull down below in the description box. And then just make sure there's stress out here. There's duress out here. 70% of the population lives paycheck to paycheck here in America. So that means people are stressed out. So understand, take a step back. If there's anybody that sounding weird, maybe take a step back. Don't engage. All right. I'm just saying a lot of people are under pressure. So with all that said, make sure you keep your head up, keep moving, and I'm out.